Hey, what's going on, YouTube channel? Stars down again, y'all. Go hard, go home channel. Okay, today we're going to be talking about, look, men got to learn this. All right, men got to learn this. You don't know much about me. Spent about a good 6 months to a year checking out a whole lot of stuff on the manosphere, and I've been getting a lot of critiques about that kind of stuff. I also start releasing videos like this to start trying to help people to fix some of those issues in the manosphere and the feminism side of things that don't really have to be there, okay? What inspired me to do this video today was I was sitting out at the bar chilling, and the other day, and the young guy got talking to me, and this thing with this dating and women and stuff seems to be heavy on most young guys' mind, okay? They seem to be having these problems. They keep talking about social media and all that stuff, and it's coming to some of the things I'm going to go over in this today. All right, but before we get into all that, hit like, share, subscribe. Don't do the cash apps and the money and all that stuff right now. At least not yet anyway. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it. Probably won't. Don't really want people's money. But do want subscribers. So y'all hit subscribe button. Let me know what y'all be thinking about things and stuff like that. If you want to do a donation to the channel, a subscription is how you do that. So let's roll. All right. I was sitting there talking to this younger guy. And, you know, you got to talk about how it's so much harder today with guys dating and stuff like that. So I wanted to tell the young man, like, hey, first off, I don't really consider it being harder. I really don't consider it being harder today, okay? Shots fired, okay, guys, because it's not harder than it was before. And one thing I explained to this young man with this right here, see, okay, y'all are complaining about social media and such like that, but all these things, all the rules that you're talking about that are being broken or that are being changed, they're not being changed. They existed before. They were already there. It's just that this right here gave it a bigger, wider spread of it. And I told him, when I look, guy, imagine this. When I was going out, because you had to go out to go meet, like you had to come to bars and stuff like this to meet women. You had to. There was no internet, no social media. All right, and it wasn't a chick didn't write you back on social media. It's just she didn't talk to you in your face right there in place. That was a little bit harder than what it is now. It's way harder. I got 3 things here that I think guys need to learn about women. I have 3 things here that I think guys need to learn about women. All right, I'm about to start going on those 3 things in a minute here. Okay. First off, before we get into that real quick, guys, you know what I'm saying? Because this information can be used for women too, but mostly just guys, because a lot of younger guys that come on my channel and they talk to me about this stuff and they say things, they do this and that. And it's like, look, if y'all go these 3 things right here, these 3 things, this is it. You can get this through your head, you're going to be all right. All right? So here's the deal, y'all. Here go the pay attention sound. We're about to go on the first one. All right. The first one is that women don't conform to rules. One of the things I see a lot when I'm watching these YouTube channels, where I watched the manosphere for a long time and stuff like that, is one of the reasons why I don't associate myself with the manosphere, because it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of dog around sitting around talking about shit that women are not going to change, and asking them to conform to certain rules, because guys conform to rules. Here's the deal. Guys conform to rules. There's rules in dating, and guys have to conform to those rules if they want to, but women don't have to do that. Women do not have to conform to those rules. They don't have to. It's going to be some guy watching this is going to get mad. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. No, they don't. If they did, then you wouldn't have the manosphere. You wouldn't have the manosphere if women conform to rules. You wouldn't have a whole 50-something million, or whatever, how many channels they got on this junk of guys trying to talk about women and them in conforming to this rule or that rule, or society's supposed to be like this. But women don't give a damn about that, guys. They do not care. Women are emotional, and therefore, since they're emotional, you cannot make them conform to logic. shot to the dome. You can't make them conform to rules. Even if you've seen enough of these shows, hell, if you wouldn't watch that Kevin Samuels channel, everybody has watched that. I think everybody that even sees one of my videos or sees anybody else, anybody that's watched YouTube probably watched one of his videos. You didn't have many women. The women that were conforming to things probably didn't call the show. This guy had a bunch of calls, and no matter how much he laid the rules out to women of different nationalities, to women of different social standings and economic standings, didn't matter how much times he laid out them rules. It wasn't going for it because women don't do that. Well, a lot of guys got a misunderstanding of it. This right here, okay? Because we're going to point two right now. We're gonna go on to point two. A little bit of spin off of point one, okay? This is some of the reason why women ain't gonna conform to rules. All right, there's some of the reason why. All right. Number two, all right, women want to be inferior to their mates. They want that. They don't say it in that way, but they want that, okay? They don't want equality. It's not equality that they want. They do not want to be equal to you. They don't want that. And a lot of the guys in the manosphere, and when I'm talking to younger guys and stuff, and that come around and start asking for advice, it's like, you gotta get that, guys. You gotta get that. They don't want equality. They're saying equality, but it ain't what they want. It's not what they want. They want the same amount of money that you're getting. If you got a job that pays higher than her, well, she wants to be able to make the same amount of money that you're making and work in a job that doesn't make that same amount of money. That's really what they want. Okay, that's really what they want. They don't want equality to you. They don't want that, and you shouldn't want it to them either. Shouldn't want equality to women. Okay, women want a man that's doing better than them, and most times the most things I got from the manosphere was that guys kept looking at like this hypergamy thing. Okay, women dating up, but that's always been. It's always been there, and it's always gonna be there. Mm-hmm. That's never gonna change, and because it's that way, because women date up, is why they don't conform to the same rules that guys do. Okay, a guy at the bottom has to attain certain things in his life before he can be considered the person at the top. A woman just has to look good. That's all she has to do. That's it. So they want to be inferior to their mates, but the equality thing they're talking about, I think guys got a misunderstanding of that. I don't think women want equality as far as being the same as you. They want the same amount of money and shit you got. If you the guy, so then they don't have to conform to your rules. The money is keeping them from conforming to rules, to certain rules, traditional rules. Okay. If guys understand these two things right here from the beginning, it's gonna make you start thinking a certain kind of way because you gonna know that, hey, look, this rule thing is trying to conform. They're sitting down and showing them the traditional rules of society. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I have known women to break rules all my life. They don't have to conform to the same things that you got to conform to. It's the reason why they was calling the Kevin Samuels show because they know they can jump from the top, the bottom to the top. Most of them had ruined that by having kids and being overweight and doing a lot of other stuff. They probably could have went from the bottom to the top. Guys got to start understanding that. If guys don't want to understand that, they're gonna keep having them issues that I get talked to about all the time, and there won't be no stopping it. There won't be no stopping it. Here's the deal, guys. Reason number three is the reason why number two and number one even exist. All right. People, mostly guys, have a misconception. All right, and here, guys, this would be shots fired. Gonna be shots fired. A lot of guys got a misconception that women control sex and guys control relationships. Who's gonna get into relationships? But if you really sit there and look at this, bro, it's not really that way. That's why I'm saying the shots fired. Because somebody's gonna disagree with this. I know this is the truth. Somebody's gonna disagree with this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Okay? The woman is really the one choosing. If there's gonna be a relationship, it's gonna be because the woman says so. That's how it's gonna work. You just really get the option of are you gonna be in this or not. That's why you gotta walk up to them and talk to them. They gotta like you back first. When they like you, then you can continue to try to make a relationship with them. They're deciding who gets into relationships also. That's why you have a manosphere. That's why you have guys complaining. Because they can't get into relationships. They're saying that women only want to get into relationships with certain guys. But that's always been that way. And it's always going to be that way. It's always going to be that way. So, Tara, what can I do about this? What can I do about this as a guy? Here's the deal. You gotta understand these three things. You gotta understand these three things. When you understand them, you're gonna move different from other men. Okay? You're gonna move different. All right? I explain all these rules into the ways that they help and they benefit women. But knowing these things can benefit you as a guy also. It's going to keep you from doing all that extra work when you already understand some of these things right here. Or from being most guys, their best bet is become the top best guy they can become. That's really their best bet. Trying to get women to conform to rules, that's not going to work. I'm telling you that right now for number one. That's not going to work. That's why you got a manosphere. People that you want to ask me why it won't work, go look at your manosphere. Go look at it. Look at the shit they bitching and crying about every day. And really what it is that there's traditional rules to dating and stuff, and women don't want to conform to them. But if you already know that women are not going to conform to rules anyway, then you don't really have a problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. I already understood that when women got jobs, they weren't gonna want to do traditional shit. They don't want to do it. I seen that was coming. The thing I be having an issue with is I don't understand why a lot of other guys couldn't see that one coming, especially the older guys in the manosphere that's supposed to be teaching all this game and doing life coaching and influencing the people. But they're not telling them this part. Because if you've been around long enough, if you're about 40 something years old, you know this is the real. And you're not gonna get no different. It's been the same old same. You've been seeing ever since the doggone sun been coming up and going down. Same thing over and over. Women want to be inferior to their mates. That's part number two. I said that one again earlier. I'm saying it again. They are not going to want to date down. And if you are equal, that's starting to be considered dating down. Most guys don't want to see it that way, but that is what it is. So I would tell guys this right here. If you're happy at the level of life that you live at, then what that means is that the women that are above you, you need to forget about them. There won't be no complaining then. You need to look at the women that don't live like how you live. You need to go talk to them. And that's what I was telling that young cat there when I was talking to him at that bar. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because most guys, they brought that up to me on this channel, and they brought it up to me in real life about, you know what I'm saying, women, uh, how they choose and all that stuff. But none of that junk is new. None of that stuff is new. And the real deal about it is this right here. What if you know she chooses the rich guy? You might want to go try to be him. If you just want that girl that bad. Or you might need to find somebody who just ain't on that. If guys learn this stuff, this issue wouldn't be that big of a deal for most of them. It would not be that big of a damn deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Women control sex and relationships. That was number 3 that I put. I don't know if I said it, so I'm saying it now. They control sex and relationships, y'all. They control who gets sex, and they're gonna control who gets access to a relationship also. That's why you got the manosphere complaining about it, because they're only trying to be in relationships with these guys. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. So I'm just going with that. I think if most guys got these 3 things down pat and they understood that things gonna be this way, all you really gotta do is go and become better yourself. That's really all you gotta do. And if you are happy where you're at, you need to find somebody that's happy with that. The truth is, though, most guys understand this too. I mean, this is just a people thing. If anybody can get something better, they're probably gonna do that. That's why I don't understand why guys be complaining sometimes, and then be saying, "Well, I'm happy with my job. We can live off this money. She should be happy with that." If she's not happy with that, she's telling you she's not happy with that, then you might want to do better or not want her. That's all I'm saying. Guys need to learn these 3 things about women. Women don't conform to rules. Women don't conform to rules. Women want to be inferior to their mates. They don't want equality. They don't want to be equal to you. They just don't want to do what you say. That's really what it is. If you know that, then you can move around that. Women control sex and relationships. Yeah, guys decide who gets married. The guy's gonna decide if he wants to marry the girl or not. But the thing of it is this this dude got to get given a chance to get to the point of understanding if he, and that's got to happen if she's choosing him. That's why a lot of these guys, a lot of guys like to fight back about push back about things like choosing signals when guys talk about choosing signals. But that's the guys that talk about choosing signals are telling you the best way of getting with it, that the woman kind of almost be choosing you because it's happening anyway. It's happening anyway. It's why you got to go up to her and talk to her, and then if she likes you, then you can continue trying to go to court her. She's deciding if they're gonna be a relationship or not, guys. It's not the guys. You might decide there's gonna be a marriage, but you don't decide there's gonna be a relationship or not. You don't. If you did, you would not have this manosphere that complains about it. So that's just my take on that. Men need to learn this. They need to learn this. They need to learn these 3 things right here. Y'all drop the comments, let me know what y'all think. But it's been Charged Down, and y'all go hard, go home. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video. Hit subscribe, like, share to other people that you think might want to hear this kind of stuff or they got an opinion about it. All right, and I'm out of here. Peace.